A lot of people may wonder about this Valentine's on Ash Wednesday, you know. But everybody have their own way how they do things, the way how things happen. But certainly we like to welcome you all to the Sugar City Morning Show today. Good morning. My name is Robert Cheque Usher. I'll be with you all right up until 9 o'clock this morning right here on the Sugar City Morning Show. And folks, this program is being produced right here at North Division Channel 10. That's right, the program is produced right here. It's aired all over the country on the different cable stations and cable operators over the country. It's viewed also on open channel for the folks that do not have cable. We know that the cable system is not operated in all areas. There is some remote areas that cable is not there as yet, but those people still have the privilege, opportunity to see it with their antenna. So they don't really have a cable bill, but they can see Channel 10. It's also being broadcast, simulcast live on Sugar City Radio Station 103.1 FM, the East Radio 103.9, and in a short while we will be simulcasting with Universal Radio. Just need to get things together right here this morning. So we have a wide link up for you all to view this program every morning, and some folks are really enjoying the show when it comes closer to 8 o'clock, and for somehow they need to move out. Well, you can just turn on any of those frequencies. We have 88.5 Universal Radio, 103.1 FM Sugar City Radio, and 103.7. That's the East Radio. So just tune in, folks, to these radio stations, and you will hear us for the entire program. And if you go to your work and for somehow you don't have a radio at your work, or your radio is not working, then you can go to YouTube and search for Sugar City Morning Show, and you will get it right there, live. So we are covering, folks, we are covering the entire country. And call your friends and family in the US, in the UK, wherever they are, in Mexico, Guatemala, Salvador, wherever they are, and tell them that they can view the Sugar City Morning Show on YouTube as well. So folks, as we're here today, we'll be having an interesting day today. And next week, folks, next week around this time, 1 week from today, which will be next week Wednesday, is the Grand Nominations Day. We will be talking to you about that later on in the program this morning. But folks, we need to hear from Delvey. So let me link up and get Delvey right here this morning, because we need to get Delvey on today. And let me do this communication here to get Delvey on today. Lovely, beautiful morning, lovely, beautiful day right here in Orange Walk. And I believe we have Delvey coming in this morning right here to lead us in that very special opening prayer all the way from San Pedro this morning. So we are linking up with Delvey at this time to give us this opening prayer. Hello, Delvey. Good morning.
Hello, good morning. Good morning, Mr. Cheque. Good morning, Orange Walk.
And good morning to you. Nice to hear you so early this morning once again, Delvey, as usual, every morning.
Yes, Mr. Cheque. Thanks God that I get to be up this morning. So
yeah,
it's a blessing.
When we have this conversation, Delvey, can you hear me clear enough?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, well, thanks for that. And I know that this morning you have two tasks today. Well, I don't believe our task to you. I believe it's your responsibility and your desire, especially when it comes to the prayer and your poems, right?
Yes, it's a blessing to do so, yes.
Right, so we'll ask you to lead us in our opening prayer this morning, and after that we chat a little bit, and we'll go into this morning's poem.
Okay. Thank you, Lord, above all things, once again for this beautiful day. Thank you for opening our eyes. Thank you for reminding us that it is by your grace, through your grace, that we are here. And I give you thanks for each and every soul that you are not through with yet. And I pray that you keep covering them, you keep uplifting them, you keep guiding them for so long as they get to open those eyes, Lord. It is a reminder that you are not through with them yet. No matter what their situation may be like, no matter how they are feeling, no matter what they are going through, you have a purpose for them still. And I pray, Lord, that you send your angels out to comfort those who may be mourning, those who may be going through a loss. Deliver them, Lord, the way that only you can. I pray divine blessings upon the members in the studios, the hosts. Bless them, bless their families, cover them, Lord, and keep using them for your divine purpose. I give you thanks for this day. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen, amen. That's a real great prayer. And thanks for involving us as well, Delve, in that special prayer this morning.
Yes.
We all need the blessings, right? We all need the blessings.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes,
what will you share with us this morning when it comes to your poem today? A little elaboration on the poem that you'll be sharing this morning.
All right. This one I have entitled Perception of a Christian.
Okay, perception of a Christian.
A Christian. Okay. Yes. If I might talk about it for a little while before I read it.
Okay, yeah, let's hear about it.
Yes, so I wrote this poem, in mind because, like, when we talk about, or when we hear people talk about Christian, it's always that, like, Christians have to be perfect, and Christians not for do this, and Christians not for do that, right? And when people or when persons become Christian, and when you become Christian, it's a relationship that we are working with Christ. It's not, I am being adopted in a church. Yes, we go to church, but you can go to church for 50 years and still not grow with your relationship with God. So I wrote this poem just to shed a bit of light that being a Christian doesn't mean we will not make mistakes, doesn't mean that we don't have problems like everyone does, but God is there to lift us up. And He wants to do that for each of us. So that we move away from religion thinking, if I'm not perfect or if I not change this first, I can go to God. Come as you are, that's what God says. And then He does the changing. So that's the idea that I had when I wrote this one.
And when you become a Christian is when you see more challenges coming to you, right? But what can we describe that when someone becomes a Christian? At what point people go to church, and what point that person is considered a Christian?
The moment you give yourself to Christ, when you say, I will decide to leave everything in this world, whatever it pleases the world, that is against God, when you decide to leave that, the partying, the drinking, doing the things you're not supposed to do. When you give those up and you decide and say, yes, I will follow God now, going to church is one step. You get baptized is another step. And after baptism, that isn't a short, okay, I done baptized, so I done. It is a lifestyle, So it is good to start. That's how I started. That's how my family started, because we didn't always go to church, but I give God thanks that He found us and we accepted Him. So the first thing is you find people around you who want God. And most of the time that's by going to church. No matter what you did, maybe you still have problem drinking, or you're living a life that you start from there. Find people who want God, and then He does the changing through you. Because if you say, I want to stop drink first, and you'll never reach. Because we can't do it by ourselves. You will never reach unless you drop or bust your head or something tragic, then maybe you consider. But you have to have a heart that is willing to go. You go first and God change.
All right.
So we have to accept first.
Yeah. All right. Well said. Let's hear the poem at this time then, Delve.
Yes, Mr. Techie. Okay. Perception of a Christian. Look at them sitting in the church, and they call themselves big Christians, and the controversy of what one perceive and what they should believe. Christ-like, not church-like, is what it really spells. For if everyone walks out of the building, it's only hard concrete and nothing else. Christians are looked at and expected to be perfect. If that was the case, then there would be no need for God to direct. Christians are looked at and expected to heal every soul. God does the healing. Christians are responsible to take the word around the world. Christians are looked at and expected to be boring and blue. Let everything that has breath praise the Lord. They dance and rejoice too. In each and every person, God has placed a heart and a space to turn back to the Lord. After all, He created us and left us His word. Some of us turn back sooner. In each of us, He placed a choice. So what do you choose to do when He sends you His voice?
Well, very, very greatly said, Delvin. Thank you very much. I know that usually on Wednesdays, you know, really give one poem. But tomorrow morning, I would like, as well as we'll be having the prayer tomorrow morning, I would like you to say a love poem, but like a Christian poem tomorrow morning, since it's Valentine. Because I know a lot of people follow that, and you know, all we need is love, you know. So I want to ask you to prepare that for us for tomorrow morning.
We have some. All right, Mr. Checking. All right.
All right.
No problem.
Well, thank you very much, Delvin. Have yourself a wonderful day, right?
Have a great day as well. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, that's right, folks. And at this time, I want to welcome my great friend and brother, RC1. Good morning, RC1. Welcome as usual.
Good morning.
Sorry.
Salud. Salud again.
Make us see if you answer this. If you give me the same answer like what my friend gave me this morning. This morning I asked that. How is the weather outside?
How is the weather?
How is the weather outside? Make us see if you are giving me the same answer with that. Give me.
Well, let me put it to you in perspective. You know, how is the weather outside? That's an open question, right?
Yeah.
So the weather is fine. The weather is great. But some people get up and say, oh, the weather was wet this morning because it rained last night. I had a dew. But, you know, when God gave you another beautiful day, you know, it's not a perception. It's a reality. And it's a great, wonderful day today outside.
All right. Well,
it's a great day.
Well, that king a different perception of the weather.
Yeah.
You know,
he will deal with that shortly.
Everybody,
yes.
Everybody deal with the thing the way they figure it out, right, RC?
Oh, yes.
But talking about the weather, I'm trying to pull up the weather forecast here from the Belize Met Service, and we have it right there, RC.
All right.
Before we jump into anything else,
okay.
Let's jump into the general weather forecast for today, Tuesday, the 13th day.
It's wonderful thing, technology, too.
Yes.
Technology,
Yeah.
so.
But like you said the other day, let's use it for the right things, right?
For the right things. And this morning, good morning, everyone. The general weather forecast for today, Tuesday, February 13th, says as follows. The general situation, relatively moist conditions, will continue. Moist, basta mojado. 24-hour forecast, cloudy at times with a few showers around the country, but especially over the south and coast today, then mostly over the south tonight and tomorrow morning. Así que está nublado con unos chubascos todo alrededor del país y particularmente sobre el sur y la costa hoy y esta noche en el sur, para la noche y la mañana. Winds will be from the east-northeast at 10 to 20 knots. Seas will be gusty. The sea states going to be moderate to rough. And the temperatures in the coastal areas, 83 degrees Fahrenheit, 28 degrees Celsius. Inland, 88 degrees Fahrenheit, 31 degrees Celsius. And in the hills, 75 degrees Fahrenheit, 24 degrees Celsius. Advisories, alert, watches, warning. There is a small craft caution for gusty winds and locally rough seas. For Wednesday and Wednesday night is for a few showers and the chance of isolated thunderstorms, mainly along the coast and over the southern area of Belize. So that's what we have for today. We're going to have a moist. When moist, that means we have little rain. Okay? Poquito de lluvia.
Yeah, and RC1, well, I still got a lot of figures there. We'll deal with them later. But tomorrow is Ash Wednesday, RC?
Yeah, tomorrow is also Valentine's,
Yeah.
and as you can see now, all we need is love, and as was mentioned this morning with a prayer, you know,
Yeah.
the true love is found with God up above,
Right,
but
right.
here on earth, if we love one another and share that love, then we can move forward together, you know.
Yeah, as Christians,
Love is in the air.
I know, RC, I know if you know one occasion that you know miss Ina every year, and it's the Good Friday procession. What's the significance of this Lenten season when the Lent comes in, RC?
Well, it's a time to reflect on who we are, where we're going, and what we're doing, you know. The beginning of Lent is the beginning of a reflection on ourselves and an exercise of penance to allow us as Christians to be able to recognize the journey that Jesus Christ took while he was on earth for us to be saved. And during his journey, you know, he fasted, and you know, he went into a soul-searching thing. He went into the realization of his journey, why he came to this earth, what was his merit, you know. And at the end, we all know that his journey was for him to die for us to be saved, so that you know, he was the greatest sacrifice of humanity to give us that opportunity to renew ourselves and grow. And I know that in life, as we go through life, we make sacrifices, we do penance, we do without certain things. Sometimes we believe that we need everything, Jackie, that, you know, we need this, we need that, and in reality,
that's okay, I carry on through life,
exactly,
so, right?
and in reality, we don't need all these things, you know. So the penance and the Lenten season is an opportunity for us as human beings to be able to travel individually now, to make this journey, to see who we are, where we are, and the journey at the end. And the whole story ends with sacrifice. Whatever you need to do to reach that goal, there is a sacrifice. Everything in life, it's about choices. And sometimes we must make sacrifices for others to go, for others to live. He says, he shall die and he shall rise so that you may live. You know, and that was all of us. So Lent, you know, is almost a Catholic thing. And on Wednesday, you get Ash Wednesday. You get the ashes on your forehead. And that's to indicate that from dust thou camest, to dust thou returnest.
All
you
right.
know, dust thou art, dust thou art. So,
well, RC1, we will take a break.
but before, if you allow me, just a little personal note, no?
Yeah.
And
I know that's somebody's birthday.
Yes.
I know how you do it.
Well, yes, and it's a very special person. You know, today is my wonderful, beautiful granddaughter birthday, Alexia Elizabeth Campos.
Morning, Alexia. Happy birthday, baby.
She's going to Muffles College, Muffles High School this morning. Very happy. She was up early, and she's a wonderful granddaughter. You couldn't ask for a better granddaughter. And all of us grandparents that have grandchildren know, you know, the love and joy that our grandchildren give to us. And this morning, I just want to wish her from all my heart, from all the family, her mom who is in the U, her dad and everybody and the entire family. You know, her grandmother, she have grandmothers and great-grandmothers, and her brother and cousins, and everybody. We join in wishing you, Alexia, a very, very wonderful, loving birthday, and may God bless you and give you many, many, many more. So, we love you. Yes.
So unique that her birthday is one day before Valentine's, and her dad's birthday is on the 1st of May.
Yes, you know, it's wonderful. It's a wonderful, and
anytime you call like Alexia name and remember Jalen and then Lee one there, see, I always remember they are small leaf pick there, you know, but the Levi must be big now, no?
Jalen and Keenan, yes, they're very big. They're over in the UK, in London. They're going to school in London, both of them. Okay. And they're doing extremely well in school. Jalen is already he had been invited to go to the University of Sciences.
Wow.
UK, so he's doing very well. That's Jalen, and Keenan is right behind him.
All
you
right.
know, so they're up in the bigger schools, and how time flies, you know.
Yeah, man,
we're so very proud of our grandchildren, and we love them very much.
Those are the good, wonderful days, RC.
Oh, yes, yes.
So on that note, RC, we will take a break, and when we come back, we'll be joined by the doctor as well, because the doctor,
The doctor, Buenos días a todos.
Yeah, take a short break, and we'll be right back, folks.
My name is Armando Adolfo Osor, better known as Chile. I was born here in Orange Walk Tong. I am the sixth of 8 children from the union of Herman and Delfina Rosita Osor. My dad, who was known to everyone as Chile, worked at the Public Works Department for many years. I am proud to be one of the first graduating class of Technical High, after which I was employed at BL for 10 years. I am currently employed at Belcogen, where I have been for the past 10 years. I am married and have 3 lovely children. They are the most important thing in my life, and my fondest memories are those of my children growing up. I am active in my community. Therefore, I have decided to serve this town as a UDP counselor. I had a happy, normal, and exciting and adventurous childhood. You see, I believe that our children and their children can also enjoy an Orange Walk like the one I grew up in. This UDP team can make Orange Walk better for everyone. So on March 7th, come out and place your X on the red. Vote UDP 7.
We voted for Jesha, we voted for Jose, we voted for Derek, we voted for Armando, we voted for Yara, we voted for Evan. Vote UDP 7. Orange Walk, change for progress, change is coming. Make the grandpa, make the sister, make the brother.
The sunny days are here, and whether it's for a picnic or in your kitchen, you need the meat. Gillette's Meat Shop proudly offers a variety of juicy cuts such as processed meats, ham, bacon, salami, longaniza, and sugar cube.
All over Cayo and in San Pedro, Dano milk, then love Dano milk. Dano milk in the morning, Dano milk in the evening, Dano milk, give me Dano milk. Up north in Corozal, supermarket and then all, Dano milk, then love Dano milk. All over this land, and in Belmont, yes, Dano milk. Give me Dano milk. Say in Dangriga, down south in Fiji, Dano milk, then love Dano milk. You can hear this stuff, cause it's in Orange Walk, yeah, Dano milk. I love Dano milk. Dano milk powder, probably the best milk powder in the world, Dano.
Punta Gorda Town now has a modern multi-purpose sporting facility thanks to the government of Belize. The brand new complex is double the size of the prior venue, and some of the features include a FIBA certified wooden court with padding underneath, seating capacity for 1,000, changing rooms, locker rooms, and offices. This $3.4 million investment in the town of Punta Gorda is being heralded by the residents of PG.
I feel very excited because this is first time a port like this is built in PG.
This is a big achievement for the town because we have a lot of the youths there where they come out and want to play ball the same way. And this just put it on another level.
A lot of youths can't even wait to play on the new court because it's so official and it's something new to PG, you know, in a whole.
I have to thank the government of Belize because then they look out for PG, you know.
The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Every day when my daddy gets up to go to work, he says this is for me to have a better life. But I say, Daddy, we have a better life. Mommy don't have to leave home to wash my clothes anymore. We don't have to go all the way to a pump and back home to wash every bucket. No, Mommy just have to turn on the pipe and wash up and make we bathe as long as we want. Even the school teacher make we wash we hand the pipe instead of a nasty bucket like before. See Daddy, life is better with water than life.
My name is Ajesha Canton, and I am the daughter of Blanca Duran and Eulalio Canton. I have lived most of my life with my grandparents, Mr. Egidio Duran and Miss Armenia Duran, here in Orange Walk on Stadium Street. Orange Walk is my hometown. It is where I have studied, made friends, and memories to last me a lifetime. I recently graduated from Muffles Junior College with an associate's degree in psychology and sociology. I am currently furthering my education in psychology as my goal is to become a clinical psychologist to serve my people here in Orange Walk Town. As a young person, I can relate to the needs and wants of the young people of this town. I bring a lot of energy and fresh ideas to the table. My ambition at this moment is to serve this town as a councillor and make it a better place for us all. So on March 7, go out to the polls and place your X where it matters. Vote UDP 7.
We're gonna win, we're gonna win, we're gonna win. UDP 7. We voted for Philip. We voted for Jesha. We voted for Jose. We voted for Derek. We voted for Armando. We voted for Yara. We voted for Evan. Vote UDP 7. On which one? Change for progress.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show, folks. It's a lovely, beautiful morning. We're coming from you to you live from North Television Channel 10, where this program is being produced. And we always talk about Channel 10, the upcoming of Channel 10. And everybody that is working right here at Channel 10 right now are pioneers of this big station. Right? So we got RC1, we got Dak, myself, Morris, Raheem, everybody. And we keep on going, folks, like the Energizer. He said we keep on going and going and going. It's 28 minutes away from 8 o'clock. What time is that, RC?
7:32 in the morning. 7:32 minutos.
And guess what? The doctor there. But you know what, RC, I have a special question for the doctor this morning. The man, the drinking coffee. Doctor, how is the weather outside?
Well, it's wet, but it's wet.
You give me a different reply this morning.
No, he said previously, it's wet like the weather.
Yeah, previously you gave me a next reply, but that is okay.
It's wet like the weather.
Welcome, man.
Thank you.
Welcome. It's good to have you.
Yeah, okay, Dad, good to see you. But
and also, RC, before we go, we are live on Sugar City Radio Station, 103.1 FM, the East Radio, 103.7, I think, and Universal Radio 88.5. So, and North Television is viewed over the entire country, RC.
Yes.
And for the folks in the villages where the cable don't reach, they still see it. Just like when we start way back with only the antenna, so those folks are seeing us. So we want to say buenos días a toda la gente en las aldeas también, RC.
And I want to say a special buenos días to one of my good friends in Bella Vista, down south.
We reached there?
Yes. Juan Carlos Martinez. Muy buenos días, hermano. How are you doing, Negrito?
Did we reach way up the dock?
Yes.
But we just decided to reach
were there,
already up there.
A week and a half ago, and on the way there, he says, Negrito, well, we have to link up with the TV station. He said, because you guys do a good program. Okay. And I said, well, since you have it and it's on TV, well, he's the chairman, village council chairman of Bella Vista. So I told him, well, just share it with your your friends and neighbors and so on. Tune in.
Have anybody give you that testimony that they are seeing us there?
Yes. I've had friends from Punta Gorda, friends from Trio Village, that they have told me that they have seen this channel, this program on television, and they listen to it avidly. Over there, they have to go to Punta Gorda to see it, because obviously in Trio they don't have that line of communication. Okay. But it's people that come from there. The people from Punta Gorda always tell us that. But really,
Belmopan sees us. Belmopan, we have good.
Corazon if Centur doesn't block us. Yeah, because that's a tradition on them. Nevertheless, I'd like to say hello to a good friend from August Pine Ridge, Blanca. You're always listening to us, and when the station was not appearing on your screen, you complained, which is wonderful. I sure hope that you'll still keep our company. You are somebody that, is a rabid UDP, flag-bearing UDP, and I thank you for that. And also the people from San Antonio. We have some good friends in San Antonio there that support us. Joshua Castillo is my good friend also there. People in San Jose, San Pablo. And to remind, we have the inauguration of the San Luis primary school this week.
Brand new spanking new school. That's on
Thursday.
On Thursday, right?
At 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
It's 2 o'clock?
Yes,
Yeah,
and
right,
the area representative, the Honorable Gaspar Vega, who initiated this project, will be there, along with the Honorable Minister that Orange Walk Town, no, like here, the Honorable Erwin Contreras, the Minister of Economic Development, under whose portfolio Social Investment Fund falls, will also be there.
Before the show finish, we'll ask the technician make them show us some pictures of the school, since it will be officially inaugurated on Thursday. Before the show finish, we'll get some pictures. Because the people from San Luis say, ¿por qué no está mostrando nuestra escuela?
Porque está muy grande. Está muy grande esa escuela. A big school.
Yeah. And also back on RC1, tomorrow, the Honorable Edmund Clay de Lancaster will inaugurate the water system in Mascal Village.
Yes.
Mascal
Well,
Village.
that's good to have people from Mascal having that.
What you see, Chucky, that is wonderful that we hear about these good news, because that's what we want to share with our beautiful people of Orange Walk, Doc. I mean, when all our brothers and sisters went to Belize City, they walk on paved street, concreted street. Some of them went to see the beautiful Civic Center, took pictures at the Civic Center, and when they came back home, they says, man, the UDP are working infrastructure where I really want some of that to be. And that is the lesson learned. You see, in a democracy, we have the right to opinion, but everybody that went to Belize City on Sunday, Saturday, wonderful. The continued work on the road infrastructure, the beautiful work that the UDP has done under the guidance of the Right Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Dean Barrow. We said that, we shall do infrastructure to create jobs and to be part of the economic growth and development. And it's good that people can see it, because when you talk about it now, Jackie and Doc, they know it's true. True, it's not a perception, it's true.
But then, you know what happens? A lot of the pupils that came back are jealous now. They say, why Orange Walk no have all that kind of development?
Well,
now look back on your town council that is here.
Well,
they came back with some ideas saying, boy, Belize City to get this, but they have a Belize City municipal body that is UDP working in tandem with the government of Belize, central government. So you're jealous about that? And you know what's happening? It's because we do not have a town council that's UDP. But they don't want to say it. They're swallowing their pride and saying, boy, you know what? We're jealous about Belize City.
No. Orange Walk, we are very proud people, and we move forward. That's one thing about Orange Walk, and you see, that's why we got different spin on the same topic. Yes. When you see these things, you do get jealous about it, but then when you have elected people who can make things happen, you can either sit back and wish about it, or you can make it happen. All the other municipalities, UDP municipalities, say, well, if we sit down here and wish, it not happen. So we have to get out there and make it happen. So what did the municipalities do? Remember now that there's a what you call a mayor's association, okay? Mayor's association, where all the mayors and such sit down and discuss things. And I can recall one time that in those meetings with the mayors, our mayor said, well, we are bringing some of this idea to Orange Walk. But he wished about it but never made it happen. There's a difference.
Hello, good morning, Sugar City Morning Show.
Morning, Mr. Rebel. Morning, Chicky. Morning, Mr. Novello.
Morning, Mr. Bruya. Good morning. You don't mind when I call you name, don't you?
No, man. Well, mind, sir.
Right, good.
Well, free for Chicky. They're not key for the teeth.
Yeah, well, I call on name with respect.
You hear the radio, you hear the PUP, then get funded. People can't eat street. They can't eat this. They can't the bill or street, if the cement street people, they're not people they work. They're not money they go on it. They're not families they make money to put food on the table for their children. That's exactly what happened. That's why we have to. And Jackie, believe me, if they ever lost, the Belizean people ever lost their head, voting the PUP, even the town board right now, this will stop. The progress where you see the hand will stop. Remember, the Belizean people must always look. This is Teco. Who they pay back that the money? The 30 million, who they pay back the money? The 88 million. The Petro Caribbean, I call it last. You calculate, nobody know where party get to. And then you got the next one for the 96 where they hang over our head when they want we get a scrap. All of them money, one few people when we pay that, my brother, that we will have to pay more taxes and people in ball. Man, listen, Belizeans, don't lose on our head. Out with all of them. Out with all of them. Look at the bus with the pass right here Sunday. Man, all the bus that we're going to take all of them and bring in a one bus and I'm going to carry the court man. Stay going, you have that extra seat. Nobody know that with them, my brother. Belizean people open on our eye. Vote for the rest. No last on our head. Never split one vote in there. Well, this one and this one. All down the red. The Asians are being advised if you want your country progress, as we see, under the right honorable Dinbaro, vote for a countrywide. Bye.
That he touched something about that super bond. I mean about the Intelco thing. That Intelco debt the part of the super bond as well?
Yes, yes it is.
Everything.
Yes.
I
But
mean,
all what they borrowed, all what they did, and then they borrowed at commercial rates, which is 15% and over. All this money was compounded into one, and then, negotiated to be paid at a concessionary terms. So what happens is that that $1 billion that they indebted us is like the big elephant in the room, still hanging there.
And that has to be paid, right?
That has to be paid every year. There's a bullet payment of over $100 million for that.
So
And,
what can we say that paying all that, what can we say that Belize benefited from this super bond debt that we are paying?
Well, I'll tell you something. There are many things that went wrong with all the monies that they got. I remember this, if you do recall, just because some of the younger generations perhaps are not aware of this, the monies that were taken by Moises Cal to Panama, the money that was being taken by a lady from Belize, purportedly being the sweetheart of a minister, that were taken by the feds. It's I think
former
about
minister.
Yes, former minister, yes. It was about $5 million US, and they told her, listen, if you can tell us the origin of this money, we're going to give you back. Person returned back to Belize and never went back for that money. And then the money that they were trading to convert it into US dollars. All this money, the money that they gambled, the money from Intelco, $100 million, the money from all the sales of our assets like BTL, BL, WAS and all these things, all this money, the lands that were sold, the land and the immigration and custom buildings that were sold and property at the border was bought for $10 and sold for $1 million. I mean, where's Galleria Maya? All these projects, where are the San Lorenzo housing site? Where is all these housing sites that went amiss?
Can we bring that home, Doc? Can we bring that analogy home? Chucky, on what street are you on?
This
Universal Radio.
That is George Street.
George Street. Everybody wants George Street. Right now, whether we want it or not, we have to go pay with cable. On the corner upstairs, what do you have up there?
Right there is the Center Communication
who owns
Network. That is owned by Mr. Briseño and his company.
All right. And he was talking about what? About lands, my brother?
Yes.
The parking lot. Who uses the parking lot?
Well, I remember...
No, who used the parking lot?
That's used by Center, but I remember one of my teachers used to live right there. We used to live with the health inspector.
That was a government health inspector. Land and building was there. You see how natural justice come? The land where the company is using for parking right there in the corner center used to be a public health building, a government property. Government property. Silently, that former Minister of Lands, Natural Resources, managed to get that land and put it there, clear it up, move the government house, clear it and put it there, and easily, like nobody know, well, I take one government land, I take one government building where the public health me there, and guess who owned that parking lot now? The same company, like you said, who own it. I was talking to you because you live on that street.
Yeah.
Basically, most of the day on the radio, on Universal on that street, and and we know, and other Jockenyos know that used to be the property of the government of Belize, and there was a public health building. Now, ask yourself who did take everything. The man right there. You know, and he not the man we talk about. He got a believe city and go on rhetoric and say, oh, about this, about that, and you know, I mean, you have to be careful. He said because he come back to you.
Yeah, but when you talk about the Super Bowl, how this thing with this yen we gone? Something when they try to transfer some money with something with the yen.
Yeah, what happened is that they were trying to change money, you know, into a different currency, our money. But what happened is that something went amiss, and apparently it got out of the system, and it never did come back.
Bad business deal at the end of the day. Bad business deal that the government and people of Belize lost millions of dollars at the touch of a button. It's like the stock exchange. You know, the stock exchange fluctuates second by second, and you have incoming stocks and outgoing stocks. In other words, you buy, you sell in the stock market.
But then a quick thing that happen, no?
Right, the touch of a button. You know, millions are gone. Touch of a button. So it was a bad thought, a bad investment, because you had the mega business people, as you would call them, who deal with these multi-million-dollar things. And
really small in then, you know?
Yes, and somebody got the bright idea, well, maybe if we touch the right button overnight, we can get all of this money, but they touched the wrong button and we lost it overnight.
And the thing is this, that, you know, they sit down and they talk about corruption, and many of them have forgotten, and, you know, they're so barefaced that they will tell you about corruption, and when it, you know, they're the picture of it.
Let's get it. Hello, good morning, Sugar City Morning Show.
Good morning, Chicky. Morning, Black. Morning, Ruben.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
I've been listening to Johnny's speech that he gave to the media in Belize City. The man say, watch your track record. But I think if you watch your track record, we go right back to what Ruben just said, with that land we take for public health. We are watching gas station, we are watching center, we are watch smart, we are watch all the things he has gathered during his time, and the man actually accepted that the UHS, he was against it. But then if you my brother, you see it happen, and that's a part of your party, then you're supposed to make nice about it. But if you sit idle by and say nothing, then you do the same thing, right? So I believe he wants to give us the impression of who don't know that his track record is clean, but I think we have to show his track record and what all he has done in his time, no?
Carla, don't you agree, Carla, that your word should be as good as what you say? No.
That's right.
If he's talking about corruption and his speech and what you're saying about doing things right, don't you think that when he made that release, bring back the millions, he was talking about his colleague ministers that took money and took it abroad in Grand Cayman and such. And we all know out there you can't deposit Belize money. It must be US dollars. So when he talk about millions, bring it back, he's supposed to start to clear for his house first.
Right. That's how it is, because then he wants to give us the impression that he's such an angel, and then after that, then that things happen, no?
Yeah.
Well, I just say, or watch his speech and basically understand that it's two. He says one thing and does something different, no?
Yeah. Well, he was grasping for recognition, for leadership. You know, he was confirmed at that convention, but he was confirmed with what we would call a minority, because if you listen to the news says that there were approximately, they say approximately 7,500 people. If you take 7,500 people that were there and you divide that by the 31 divisions that were present, that's 241.9. 242 people per constituency that attended. In Orange Walk, voting for these municipal elections, there are 12,401 voters. So he had half of the last 401, which is 242. So what the other 12,000 that decided, look, me no going there, me no want nothing to do there. It sends a signal that even in Orange Walk, I mean, heck, you know.
Yeah. All right, Carla, that's it, Carla.
I think that fast alarm them why had about the tsunami. Look like they don't mention nothing about the tsunami what they actually planned.
It's like the Weather Bureau reported, no?
Never reach where they take me, I reach up Belize City.
Yeah.
But like thank you very much, Carla.
The tsunami never reach.
You get through, Carla?
Yeah, he got. what happened is that it's a double. 2 times they miss tsunami. Real.
So no, but see, these numbers are really good. Check it because you know. Not like me say, you say, the news, you know, and they were even, remember they said they were carrying it live on Channel 5 or something like that. I didn't hear it too good, but if they were carrying like that, they need pictures where they show wali peace here, wali peace there, wali peace there. Some there at the rally, some there at the Civic Center, some there by Seaside. They take pictures, Belize, the Red Brothers, at UDP, good work. So,
yeah.
I mean,
I'll see we have a text. Dice, cuando va a ser el día que el UDP va a firmar? UDP all the way, UDP for life. I think they're talking about when they go to the court to sign up.
Nomination?
Yeah, nomination day.
That will be on Wednesday.
Se lo puede explicar en español.
Sí, va a ser el miércoles, el 21 de febrero. La semana próxima, el miércoles. Le estamos pidiendo a todo partidario, amigo y apoyantes para un mejor Orange Walk. Nos vamos a reunir en Liberty Avenue, enfrente de la oficina UDP allá en Liberty Avenue, y desde la 1 de la tarde ahí nos vamos a reunir, y de ahí vamos a venir en un desfile hacia el departamento de tesorería, Treasury, aquí al ladito del Police Station, y ahí se va a hacer la nominación, van a traer los documentos, se van a registrar con sus 2 padrinos cada uno, y entonces cuando ya terminó eso, ya son candidatos oficial. Y nosotros le pedimos a todos que nos acompañen, vamos juntos como una familia, porque unidos vamos a traer ese programa y la victoria es del pueblo para toda la gente de Orange Walk. Así que el miércoles 21 de febrero a la 1 de la tarde nos reunimos allá en Liberty Avenue.
That will be a big deal, Doc.
Yeah,
Yes,
you know, getting back to this issue about Johnny. you notice every time Johnny gives one speech, he start to cough. And, well, they said that he had a throat problem. My respect for the man. But I'll tell you what, when he told me from San Jose, he said, I know he throat, you know. He said, I conscious the kick up my head. Every time he says something which is not true, he start to, you know, the conscience come up and haunt him. But in reality, yes, we need to look at his track record, and we need to see how fit he is to lead this country. Already, he is in trouble because PUP has leadership problems. We already know that every time we talk about Johnny, Karim Musa smiles and Julius Espat laughs. So there is leadership problems within the People's United Party. And God knows how this will end up.
So how much voters are say eligible for vote for this?
12,401.
12,000.
We'll vote in Orange Walk Tongue on March 7th. That's the number of registered voters for the municipal election.
That's a big number, see?
Yeah, no, and like I said, if you divide the 7,531 constituents, he said, because in his speech he said we have from all corners of the country. You only come out to 241, 242 per constituent. You know, so I mean, if that's all he could muster, you know, as a leader to show his leadership, I mean, that is very weak. That is very weak, extremely weak. In other words, he was probably worrying, well, when the people there, because I mean, elections about numbers, 242 per constituent, and there are 12,401 voters eligible to vote just in Orange Walk.
You're talking about
Just in Orange Walk.
You're not talking about
Orange Walk town.
And the whole country, in the whole country, there will be 114,574.
What?
114,574 registered voters eligible to vote in the municipal elections on March 7th. And 7.5, I mean...
numbers don't lie.
No, they don't lie, and they can go and get the official records. But when we look at that, clearly we can see that the people of Orange Walk particularly, you know, the people of Orange Walk love them politics, you know. We love with politics. They're part of our life. And we not fight with one another. We got our opinions. But the people of Orange Walk have traveled all over this country, and they want to see Orange Walk go through this new road of development with infrastructure for job creation, tourism increase, and beautification and renovation of this municipality. And they know only with Philip de la Fuente and the UDP team this can happen. And not only that, with Philip De La Fuente, you have him working with the central government for another 2 years plus. I mean, the central government is a UDP government. The Right Honorable Dean Barrow is our Prime Minister and the UDP party leader. He'll be there for another 2.5 years, etc. And you need somebody who will go to the government and say, look, I need assistance, I need collaboration, I need you to give us some of the distribution of wealth in Orange Walk to do things. So it's not all, oh, why you never do it? Hey, the people elected the municipal election. No, Dean Barrow not put this. So he said, well, you do your job. You got to do your job. You understand? So and then the next thing that really struck me was I heard the mayor say, part of our manifesto is to have municipal autonomy. Who's he talking to? I don't know. I mean, he got the Department of Transportation. Everybody knows that all the young people, when two PUP lady campaigners, they carry the young boy, they go get the license, a system for getting the driver's license. You understand? That was given to the municipality by the UDP government. So when you talk about autonomy for what? Autonomy so that you want broke away from Jari? If you want broke away from Jari, vote for Philip, my brother. Terrible. Shocks, man.
But there's the other thing, if you look at the broader picture, really, Johnny Briceño has no plan for this country. Has he ever disclosed a plan for this country? You've heard anything about that? I haven't heard anything like that. I mean, the fact is that they just want win, and that's it. But no, man, hey, where you come from? You have to tell the people what you're going to do. But there's no agenda there, just a win.
It's not only to say in this one or do this, that one or do that.
But you see, but to do things in any government, you must have a plan. Your plan's supposed to be, once elected, to work for and on behalf of the people. And the difference with Philip and the UDP candidates, all of them work independently.
Yeah.
None of them they work for no together or somebody. But the thing is that when you cannot think independently, it's hard for you because almost all of the PUP town councillors and they are working for Johnny. So whatever the boss said, then do. You understand? So you need a group of people who are going to work for Orange Walk, for the Orange Walk Kenyans, for everybody. In other words, Philip De La Fuente and the UDP new town council will work even for them because the UDP works for everybody. It works for everybody.
All right, gentlemen, it's 2 minutes away from 8 o'clock. What time is it, RC?
Las 7:58.
We take a short commercial break, and myself, RC1, and Doc will be back. We're live on Norte Vision Channel 10, Sugar City Radio 103.1 FM, the East Radio 107.7, and Universal. 103.9, and Universal Radio 88.5. Let's take a break, and we'll be right back after these important messages.
You have an 8-cylinder powerful engine disguised as an aluminum alloy that spins at 8,000 revolutions per minute.
Goes like this. You think it's a turbo?
No, with a cleaning of injectors and a change of oil, you will run more efficient, my friend.
For those who understand the engine like it talks to you, we speak machine. Rush France, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
I am Jose Antonio Cocom, son of Jose Cocom and Maria Michelle Trejo. The eldest of 3 brothers, my childhood was greatly influenced by my grandparents, Mr. Cecilio Trejo, better known by his brothers at BSI as Pulga, and Miss Maria Trejo. I can clearly recall standing in my front yard, waiting for that big green BSI bus to pull up at my childhood home on number 5 Punta Gorda Street, in the heart of Uniontown. Taking the rounds with my grandfather was indeed one of the highlights of my childhood. The time spent with him instilled in me the satisfaction and reward of hard work, as he was well known to be a man of the soil, and in short, I understood that if you don't plant, you can't harvest. Indeed, a lesson in life. I currently hold an associate's degree in biology and chemistry, which enabled me to become a proud third-generation employee as a process technician at ASR BSI, where I have been employed for the past 6 years. The driving force behind my decision to become a town councillor has been influenced by an essential need that I have realized has been lacking in our community. There is a high demand for capacity building and skills development training amongst our youths wishing to enter the workforce. ever in a productive mindset, I'm constantly monitoring the essential industries that have yet to be fully developed and utilized here in our municipality. The need for coordination and development of the Orange Walk Tongue tourism product for both local and international tourists is long overdue. I intend to apply my skills and experience in quality systems management to assist the industry to become as competitive as any other location in our country. With the strength, skills, and unity this team has under the guidance of a proven, dedicated, and hard-working leader, we will transform Orange Walk Tongue into the modern municipality of the future, one citizen at a time. On March 7th, go out to the polls and place your X on the red. Vote UDP 7.
We voted for Philip, we voted for Jesha, we voted for Jose, we voted for Derek, we voted for Armando, we voted for Yara, we voted for Evan. Vote to the P7. Orange Walk, change for progress, change is coming.
The United States have been calling out the government on issues of drug trafficking in this country, and that we are turning a blind eye.
Is that the same blind eye you, your family, and the PUP turned when this man, Joe Briseño, your father, used his high office to traffic drugs into the U.S., where he was arrested and imprisoned? Maybe it is that the Trump administration has found those old files from 1985 and has decided to punish Belize. They are PUP, no good.
Nowadays, everybody wanna talk like they got something to say, but nothing comes out when they move their lips.
Hi, I am Yara Calvieda, a proud daughter of the Sugar City soil. Here, I grew up loved and well disciplined by my beloved parents, Ismael Maito Cal and Miriam Cal. I was blessed with an older brother, Ismael Cal Jr., who also ran for the post of counselor for the UDP, and a younger sister, Miriam Yasmin Cal, who is a successful entrepreneur. I have recently completed my studies at the University of Belize, thus earning a bachelor degree in English education. I am mother to two wonderful and amazing children. Becoming a single mother wasn't by chance, it was a decision. I am presently an English and literature teacher at Orange Walk Technical High School. Life isn't about waiting for the storm to pass. It's about learning how to dance in the rain. We make our own destiny, and as such, I am humbly asking for your support on March 7th. Let's all go cast our ballots voting for the UDP team. Vote UDP all the way.
We voted for Philip, we voted for Jesha, we voted for Jose, we voted for Derek, we voted for Armando, we voted for Yara, we voted for Evan. Vote to the P7. Orange Walk, change for progress.
Notice the residents of rural communities in Orange Walk and Corozal districts. If you value your health and your children's health, you will dispose of your garbage only at approved sites. The disposal of garbage at any other location is illegal, and if caught, you can be fined up to $5,000. If you don't get caught, you can still suffer health impacts caused by these illegal sites, because illegal dump sites harbor pests such as rodents, possums, and mosquitoes that carry diseases. These can transmit those diseases to you and your children. In addition, the garbage you throw away illegally can contaminate water bodies near your community, the same water bodies you might use for recreation or other purposes. Only with your help can the Department of Environment ensure that Belize's development is safe for present and future generations. You can also contact your local village councils or Belize Solid Waste Management Authority for more information. The Department of Environment thanks you for your help.
Freshly extracted local honey, perfect for today's dessert. And these locally produced onions, they are just the right size for my popular onion rings and hamburgers. And these cuts of sheep lamb, also grown locally, are just perfect for my succulent barbecue. When I think about my family's health, I buy local products first. After all, they are fresh and healthier. And if you do the same, you're shaping a brighter future for your community, your family, and yourself as local spending circles back to you. Remember, when you buy local products, you are building a better Belize. This message is proudly sponsored by the Food and Agriculture Organization, European Union, Ministry of Agriculture, and Belize Marketing and Development Corporation.
Buster. They see you and how you're living. Always a star. Yes, you live in color to the limit. Large and in charge. Yes, that's why you rock with Buster. Refreshing range of colorful flavors. Always a star, never the audience. You run things never run you. Yes, you are the life of it, not just a part of it. Your life is never black and white. Live in full color. Buster.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. What a beautiful morning. What a beautiful. And I want to tell one of my friends. I don't want to tell. Yeah, sorry. Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. And I want to tell one of my friends the answer with that me this morning when I ask her how's the weather outside, but I can't deal with that right now. So we are continuing with the discussion. RC1.
but the thing is, Chucky, how the doctor would say no? There are some things you put in your mind. And some things you take out of your mind.
So the doctor
So you know.
When I go Valentine's Day, so the man
I was going to refer to the month of love, you know, and certainly Valentine's Day is a time of love, and that reminds me that you see. This is red love for the month of love, and it says vote UDP 7. UDP 7. So have a heart for Orange Walk and vote UDP 7 on the red. Yeah. And then we have for the Mayor Philip de la Fuente. Then we have Ajesha Canton, Derek Sambola, Jose Antonio Cocom, Yara Cal Viera Maito Data, Armando Chile Osha, and Evan, the coolie boy Evan Williams. No, so those are the 7 UDP candidates that are offering themselves, and these are the UDP candidates. And as it says here, you know, vote UDP 7, improving lives.
That RC1 mentioned that nomination day will. I know RC got an article there for read, but we are dealing with that in a while. Nomination day is next week, Wednesday. Doc, why is it important for supporters to come out and rally with the party, with any of their political party, on nomination day, Doc?
I tell you what, it sets the stage for the final step on the battlefield. What happened? It needs to bring on that momentum to that particular point. It's a pinnacle within the whole trajectory of this election, and so there where the candidates get energized by their own people to go forth and do battle and face the election with all their heart and confidence. And I tell you what, I know that the UDPs are just waiting for this occasion so that they will drum up, dress up, and be right there supporting the UDP 7 down the line.
Sí, así es. Y la nominación de los candidatos se va a llevar a cabo la semana próxima, el miércoles, el 21 de febrero.
También, RC1, una gente va a decir, ¿por qué voy a salir? No es elección. ¿Por qué es importante que la gente salga a soportar su partido?
Bueno, si Chequi sale y el doctor sale y yo salgo, nosotros salimos, y por eso les invitamos, porque en un equipo hay que demostrar solidaridad, y es la elección de la municipalidad, y ahí es donde invitamos a todos los ciudadanos que apoyan al UDP, que nos acompañen el miércoles a la 1 de la tarde. Nos vamos a reunir allá en Liberty Avenue, enfrente de la oficina del UDP. De ahí vamos a dirigirnos hacia el Treasury Department, al lado de el Police Station, la estación de policía, y ahí se van a nominar uno por uno. Hay una aplicación, el proceso de nominación. En primer lugar, tienen que ya pagar su contribución para participar, que es $25. Le dan su recibo Después de ese recibo hay una aplicación de candidatura que cada candidato tiene que llenar. Ahí la forma indica para qué posición estás siendo nominado. Y para el alcalde, for mayor, ahí está Philip de la Fuente. Y entonces para los consejeros, ahí están los nombres de los candidatos del UDP. Y llevan dos personas, dos padrinos o madrinas, personas que son registradas en la lista de votante y son personas que sí pueden votar el día de elección, que van a ir ahí y van a nominar, y ellos van a ser los testigos de que la nominación fue conducida con el Departamento de Elections and Boundaries, y se afirma que estos son formalmente, oficialmente, los candidatos que van a representar el UDP en las elecciones municipales el 7 de marzo.
Yeah, and that's next week Wednesday.
That's next week Wednesday, nomination day.
Yeah. So, Doc, you're living in the East.
Yes.
How things are standing at the East, man?
Yes, I would just like to mention before we go to that, Tricky, I'd like to make a shout out to this guy, El Astro in Cayo. He's looking at us, watching us from beautiful San Ignacio.
Morning, San Ignacio.
Thank you very much for the information that the PUPs are campaigning door to door, giving money, and the people are taking the money and talking about them. All right, so that's nice. The other issue I'd like to discuss is the fact that, Johnny was in government as Minister of Lands.
Doctor, let me excuse you there. I have a text here that I would like you to read because it's in español. No sé si lo puede ver bien. El uno abajo.
Buenos días. Queremos un National Convention aquí en Orange Rock para que les mostremos que es un tsunami. UDP Alleyway.
Well, you know, we can look at the coin on both ways. If you're going for a national convention and you come from out district, it is incumbent upon you to gather your forces to go with you, to show the rest of the country that you have solidarity at home. But when you have an average of 242 per constituent, okay, so there are 4 constituents in Orange Walk district, so that will only be what, 800 from Orange Walk out of no, but I'm looking at that from the entire district. But when you break it down to the 12,401, it's only 240 people, and that's very weak for leadership showing, and that is why.
That is why proper analysis of that, Ruben.
Yeah, but you say
you have people from Belize City that came out, you know, but the district itself did not produce that amount of people.
You see that. Again, it's very truthful, but the reason I never more said that, but I'm glad you mentioned it, is because on election day, when these same people that came here and go back, they'll go vote in Belize, and Orange Walk Kenyans will vote here, and that is how much less they will get, because Kevin and the PUP know, and Johnny Briseni knows that Philip is the most popular candidate right now in this race, and they know for a fact that the people of Orange Walk are going to vote for Philip de la Fuente. They know that already, no? So they're trying to find a way to, by how we could evade, because even the PUPs are saying, well, you know what, more people know Philip than the current mayor, and he have a powerful slate. He have a woman, all the ladies, they are very powerful independently. They could take care of business, and they love Orange Walk, and they run independently. They're not, you see, the PUP candidates are working for Johnny, so they are loyal to him. People of Orange Walk, we need a team that's loyal to Orange Walk, and I invite Kevin Bernard and the PUP, and even Johnny, that if you love Orange Walk, as you say, I mean, I know you're the leader of the PUP, but should you love your party more than your town? Should you love your party more than your country? Should you love your party more than the people you say you represent? And if you love the people, do the right thing, man. Go and vote for Philip, the working mayoral candidate, who will be the working mayor along with the working team. So we invite you. We don't quarrel with you. We are right to choose where we are, but the facts remain that when you look at the development countrywide, the development is happening everywhere except Orange Walk. So let's join together, come in and vote 7 UDP down the line.
Yeah,
let's read it.
But that continuing on the East, right?
Yeah.
Last week, Friday, Brother Pete was here, and he was telling us about the numbers, how the numbers keep on going up with the 2015 election, when it was a municipal election, then with the national election when the Honorable Elodia Aragon won. They were saying that the numbers keep on going up and going up. So since the numbers they go up, what are the feeling of the people in the east now? You live in the east. How is things going? You see the numbers going up?
Yes. What happens is that the militants of the United Democratic Party are getting up in numbers and in strength. What happens? They know that this election is very important to them. The 2 elections of the municipality slipped them. Many of them were a little complacent. They did not go and vote. But this time, yes, man, lock, stock, and barrel. Everybody going, everybody coming, everybody telling me. You know, I walk, you know, my streets, and they tell me this time I'm gonna go and put it on the red. But you know, it's people that they tell me, you know, municipal elections used to come and I never used to care about it. But this time, no, you say I'm convinced to the fact that yes, they need to come and work in tandem with central government, and that has not been happening. Yeah. So I think, yes, the numbers will be growing even more.
Good morning, Sugar City Morning Show.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Morning. Morning, my brother.
Yesterday, at the inauguration of the police station in front of the cemetery, Kevin took his campaigners dressed in PUP clothes. This was not politics, but Kevin and the PUP do everything for politics. You know, all these campaigners dressed, man, this was for the community, but they went there as though this was for PUP. And when nobody praised Kevin for some contribution that he had made, he started to cry out that he should have been praised. All Kevin and the PUP think is politics. They do things and they want to, you know, suck out all the politics out of that. So yesterday he was not praised, and now he's crying on TV, CTV3. He's saying, "To Kevin, you do this and do that," and nobody praised him. Well, I am sure that they didn't praise him because they realized that he was dealing with politics. You know, all his campaigners, he took all his campaigners and others dressed in blue. Man, this, as I said, was done for the community, not for any political party. Again, let me probably touch on something else. It seems that Ashcroft money has begun to be spent. Over 100 buses. I don't know the figures yet, but I will get it. They were hired to take PUP to Belize. Now Johnny cry, but you know, got money and this and that, and he spent too much money. I am sure that this is Ashcroft money that has been spent. Most of these, and if you saw the buses going, you know, passing from, leaving Arinjoa, coming through from Corozal, man, a quarter, 10, 15 people. You know, you can imagine the amount of buses that they took. No, it is real. Ashcroft wants the PUP to win so that together Ashcroft and the PUP can rape Belize again. You know, they want to come back. Ashcroft feels that, okay, here the PUP wants my help, I will help them again. But then I will take over Belize again, just like I did the last time. So everything that the UDP, everything that the Honorable Dean Barrow has stood up for, has struggled, has fought every time. They are saying, you know, this is Ashcroft's mentality. If I help the PUP again, I can go back again and take back all these things. So again, here we are faced with the reality that you have a PUP who is selling itself again to Ashcroft. I mean, Ashcroft is a bad thing for this country. We all know that. So we cannot allow the PUP and Ashcroft to get back into this country because, man, that's a disaster. They will try and make the Belizean people modern slaves again. That was the idea many years back with Ashcroft. The same thing will come back again. So I'm telling the people of this country, you know, wake up. Don't let them try to fool you. PUP and Ashcroft mean nothing good for Belize. Nothing. So for this election, make sure you don't vote for no sucking PUP, man. The PUP, they really are traitors to this country. They sell out to Ashcroft. They put this country into debt. They put this country backwards for nearly 20 years back. We cannot allow Ashcroft and the PUP to get back. Thank you.
Chief, hello. Hello. I wanted him to touch on that same thing you were talking about, Doc, about the rising of the, you said, well, mentioned the militants of the UDP in Orange Walk East. How is it coming on?
Not only East, this is a municipal election that is about East, Central, and the North. You know, Otrobenke, Central, and East, Cheki. And you know, when I will call the name with respect, Mr. Flores, the Flores family in Otrobenke. When you have a citizen call you and say, look, please come up with my flag because it's time people recognize that we got to do something for it.
On a post or by house?
Yeah, on a house.
Okay.
You know, they put up, you say, I want by my yard, I want my flag, make people see that I will support the UDP team because I want to see development in Orange Walk. And it's people like that who are feeling the love for Orange Walk and the need for change, for better progress here in Orange Walk. And so, like the caller rightly mentioned, if you will, why will you go inaugurate a police station politically? I mean, and you know what? I would almost have a small bet. It was right in front of the cemetery. Don't you think that one of the duties of the municipalities to keep your cemeteries clean? Don't you think they could have gone and cleaned up the whole cemetery to give respect, not only to the police, but also to the loved ones that have departed that we so much love? You know, it would have been very nice to clean it up and have an appearance that you do have the intention to work. But to go there, and I can almost assure you that that the honorable minister responsible for police was there. The caller didn't mention it, but I am almost sure that the honorable minister for police was there because as the minister of police, his responsibility is to look for the entire thing, and the police department had to give permission for you to go and do these things. So while one use it political, the other one, the honorable minister for police says, well, you know, it's for the community, let's work together. There's a different in thought and reason why we do things.
We touched some of the figures, and somebody are asking about some of the figures, gentlemen. I want you to listen clearly to this, RC. How much UDP took the Belmopan before the general election? They're not 10,000. I wanted they in a power and had all the Petro-Caribe. I believe that was the 18th of November, some years ago, when the UDP had their rally in Belmopan. Saying if it's not 10,000, how much you estimated that time when they had that Petro-Caribe showdown there in Belmopan?
When they had the Petro-Caribe, during the Petro-Caribe roll it, remember?
Yes.
The UDP was on a mission to get things done. When you look from Champa Ridge to Trial Farm, all right? That's Petro-Caribe work that was done there by the UDP government. And the UDP government works and gives projects to the people that are affected. If you look at only the voters in our drug, 12,401 voters, and you multiply that for about maybe 5 per family, you're talking about 60,000 people plus that are being affected by and rewarded by this Petro-Caribe road. Right here on the San Lorenzo road, the Honorable Gaspar Vega has been trying to name it the Ignacio Vega Boulevard in remembrance of one of our former mayors. Why doesn't the town board say, well, you know, I mean, we are all one people and such? So the investment by the government in terms of the politics can be seen for the people. You know, I mean, leading questions tell you that look at the merit of the investment, and that is what the UDP has been doing, working for the people.
Yeah. Well, so that, like RC1 rightly say, we have not only the East, we have Central and we have Otrobenke. We know that Otrobenke came alive last week with that big meeting.
All right, what happens that has the PUP trembling? They realize that our numbers are facts, and that, yes, they are entrenched in Central, but East coming up, you know, will cancel a lot of Central, and with the North, you're being that militant, I think we have a win, and a beautiful win. And I'll tell you what, thank you very much to all those people from Otrobenke that assembled at Deputy Prime Minister's house the other night. And we had a wonderful meeting. We had pictures when you were there. But nevertheless, This is the militancy of the UDP in Otrobenke. And our councillors that went there said they were treated with extreme love. And of course, knowing that this is the month of love, it is red, red, red. They read it. And they will read it on March 7th.
Okay. Yeah, so basically, you know, campaign never stops till the last vote is cast. And both political parties go to the people to present their candidates and such. But at the end of the day, the democratic process is the participation of its citizens to lay a landmark where we are and where we would like to be 3 years down the road. Who are our partners? How can we create an atmosphere of job creation, development, improvement to our community? Who has the best opportunity? No, it is my opinion that Philip de la Fuente is a harder working individual than the PUP candidate. When we look at our UDP candidates, 2 are working at BSI. We have teacher, student, technician. Yeah? We have one working at the People's Stadium, individual people who are committed to work for the community, for the town. When we look at the other candidates, they're already working for the PUP party leader. So their loyalty is to the party leader, not to the town. When they go work, then collect them pay, they don't really matter. It don't really matter about Orange Walk. But because they have to do what the boss says. If I hire you, then I will ask you to do the things I want you to do. So I can't think, I'm not a free thinker anymore. So when you cannot really put things together for your town and you have to wait, well, Mr. Romero, what should I do? Anchaki, can I do it? Then you fail to do what you were elected to do, and that is to provide the goods and services to the people. And when you look at both parties in Orange Walk and you look at the candidates, the only way we can grow is working people. If you want a job done, you hire a worker. If you want development, you get someone that will construct. So the UDP team has the better slate, the better persons that will work hand in hand with the central government to bring more development in Orange Walk. On the campaign, where people tell you, we want a lead job, you know. You know what? We are really want to see maybe these streets fixed. Yeah, maybe we don't want to fix them potholes. Maybe we don't want this. But if you have a PUP town council who says, "Timber, I don't need you. Gapi, I don't need you," shocks me. They don't elect you for say where you decide. They elect you for work for the people. So it stands to reason that all of us then go and vote for Philip and the UDP team, so that we have a town council that will go to Belmopan, that will go to city prime minister and the cabinet and say, this is what we need. This is what we need more infrastructure. We need more development to bring that. So somebody needs to go and do that, and that is why you have an election to elect people who will work for you to provide the goods and services.
Bueno, so, Rubén, y eso tiene a muchos de los trabajadores en la municipalidad no contentos, descontentos. ¿Por qué? Porque la mera verdad, cada vez que van a querer hacer una decisión, tienen que estar preguntando, ¿lo hago? ¿No lo hago? ¿Por qué? Porque ellos no pueden pensar para ellos mismos. No hay discreción en su trabajo. Tienen que preguntar, tienen que llegar a Jan y todas esas decisiones para que ellos decidan, o Jaime, decidan qué es lo que está pasando en Orange Walk, qué es lo que está pasando en la municipalidad. Y eso yo creo que es una manera de manipular. Todos ya se volvieron su títere de esta gente. Y no es bueno para una municipalidad como Orange Walk.
Good morning, Sugar City Morning Show. Yes, morning.
I don't want to just give me the number for 69 from the next program, boy. Please.
That's for a text message.
69. I watch it, man, but I'm the one telling you something, but I don't got the number.
Oh, I will not really have that number.
You don't really have it? The Joe Bradley, man, that them I want to get contact with.
The what number for waiver, see? Just dial 113 and ask the operator for it, and they will give it free.
All right, then.
113, all right?
All right. Okay, then, thank you.
Yeah, so that que estás explicando.
Ya, ¿qué pasa? Que ya esta gente están enojados, están descontentos. Ya quieren que una vez venga la elección para que, ¿sabes qué? Cambie la administración. Todo nuevo para ellos saben que va a tener algo mejor. Porque la mera verdad ya están fastidiados. 6 años de lo mismo. se están peleando entre ellos mismos, hacen una decisión esto, lo acusa al otro y todos acusan ahí arriba y te regañan por... No, hombre, eso no es una buena administración.
Bueno, la administración no está funcionando como debe de funcionar. Y parte de los temas que los candidatos del UDP están proponiendo para esta elección de municipalidad es de hacer un amplio sidewalk desde casi Fonseca Street, People Stadium, Orange Walk Technical, New Hope. Ahí cientos y cientos de estudiantes diariamente trafican esta área. Hay gente de Uniontown, todo de atrás que llevan sus niños a San Francisco RC School, y cuando el sol está quemando, no hay sombría. Cuando llueven, caminan ahí. Así que tuvieron la oportunidad, 6 años, para trabajar para la gente, particularmente para la juventud. Y estos jóvenes que están yendo allá en San Francisco no son votantes, son niños que necesitan una consideración, y el grupo del UDP está proponiendo, una vez elegido con su voto, van a construir este sidewalk allá y poner un poco de sombría para que todos lo puedan utilizar. PUP, UDP, everybody. It's going to be for everybody. So there is good projects.
Good morning, Sugar City Morning Show. Hello.
Ustedes son una bola de sinvergüenza.
What would that mean, Zach?
But anyway, ve que le diga a esa persona que llamó. ¿Ves? Aquí estamos expresando nuestras opiniones. Y si tú sigues un partido que te enseña a ti a mal hablar, entonces tú tienes que ir a rezar también, ¿sabes? Porque aquí estamos a la libertad de tener diferentes opiniones, es la democracia. Pero cuando tu carácter tuyo sale en una manera feo, y ese es el partido que estás siguiendo, yo creo que tu partido te está haciendo daño a ti, a tu familia y a tus hijos. That's why you for join the UDP, because tienes que cambiar, mi hermano. You must change for your own good, you know.
Good morning, Sugar City Morning Show.
Check it out, answer me.
You just have to the operator to answer. We're getting a number for whoever they will answer you. All right, we're announcing it we show right now then.
All right then.
All right, okay. On that note, we will take our final break of the morning. We'll try to get a number for this lady, and then we'll be right back for a wrap-up right here on the Sugar City Morning Show.
There's no need to go across the border to enjoy sun, sand, and crystal blue waters. Belize's northern islands and reef are just a boat ride away. Go slow and immerse yourself into the Caribbean Sea, or enjoy some fresh coconut water. Or pick up the pace on an island where locals can enjoy sandy beaches by day and feast on your fresh catch by night. Discover the Mesoamerican Barrier Reef and submerge yourself into another world where you can experience a traffic jam you will want to return. You can also make new friends along the way. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Everybody wants a clean and healthy family. That's why they purchase the best food products and the cleansing materials. This time, we give you a bigger size of La Costeña products like the mouth-watering fried beans and the pasta sauce. And surely for your clean laundry, we have the breathtaking aroma of Ensueño Max Suavitel. Even your visitors will ask what you clean your floors and restrooms with. And you can boast it is the variety of Pinol products and Sultan muriatic acid now in 900 milliliters. And much more for the best prices only at German Vega and Sons Imports. We serve you at number 5 San Antonio Road, Orange Walk Town. You can even call us at 322-3625 or 322-2672. Or you can even send us a fax at 322-2571 or email us at germanvega@btl.net. German Vega and Sons Limited, because we care for you.
The Philip Goulton Highway between Belize City and the Philip Goulton International Airport is getting a major facelift to the tune of $31.5 million. Section A of the highway upgrading project between Hallover Bridge and PGIA is nearing completion at an investment of $13.6 million. Works include construction of retaining walls to prevent erosion, widening of the road cross-section to include paved road shoulders, pavement restoration and resurfacing. The project also includes installation of LED road lighting and safety features such as signs, reflectors, road marking, and improved visibility through the clearing of the road reserve. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Hi, I am Philip de la Fuente, son of Audrey and Joe de la Fuente. I have 5 siblings, Joey, Giovanni, Orlando, Andre, and Selena. My heart belongs to my lovely, intelligent, and hardworking wife, Ruth, with whom I have 4 beautiful children. I currently hold a certificate of chemist and druggist from the University College of Belize. Orange Walk Town is my second love, and I have lived all my life feeling proud of my town and its people. In 2006, I served as the town's deputy mayor, and in 2009, I was elected mayor of Orange Walk Town, a job I carried out with dedication and passion until 2012. My achievements are a matter of public record. I own a successful pharmacy and dedicate a lot of my spare time to my farm and my motorcycling hobby. I bring a wealth of experience to the table and a passion for my town and people second to none. Under my watch and with the assistance of central government, we will see development and progress like never before. So, on March 7th, let us go to the polls and vote UDP all the way.
We voted for Philip, we voted for Jesha, we voted for Jose, we voted for Derek, we voted for Armando, we voted for Yara, we voted for Evan, or to the P7. On which one? Change for progress, change is coming.
Need an escape from your daily schedule? Why not become a tourist in your own country? Discover Western Belize. Transport back in time and be awed by the reminiscences of the Mayan civilization. Be adventurous or spend a day with family and friends enjoying the serenity of the Macal River. Sample a kaya staple or pick up some fresh produce to make your own delicacy. Come visit us in Western Belize. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Motor 5.0, 4 válvulas por cilindro. Todos quisiéramos una. Como que no agarra, ¿no? Siento como que se le pega el balancín. Vamos a darte el aceite que te mereces. Vas a correr como rayo, preciosa.
Los que oímos más allá de las revoluciones, hablamos máquina. Roche-France, poniendo el mundo a funcionar.
Agente autorizado German Vega y Sons. Teléfono 322-3625. Roche-France.
These sunny days are here, and whether it's for a picnic or in your kitchen, you need the meat. Gillette's Meat Shop proudly offers a variety of juicy cuts such as processed meats, ham, bacon, salami, longaniza, and sugar cure ham, just to mention a few. Enjoy our meats in beef, pork, and mutton. So for that healthy cut your family enjoys, visit us at number 18 San Antonio Road in Orange Walk from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 12:30 and 3 to 5 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Place your orders at 322-3486 or 322-2175 or even 610-4061. Send us an email at derekgillett31@gmail.com. Gillett's Meat Shop, fresh and processed meats.
Ay, qué rico.
Sugar City Morning Show.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. I see I just that quality coffee, but I mix it down with Dano milk.
Well,
gone down with the Dano milk. Dano. That's right. You never try your Dano.
No, why? Yeah, you repeat today. Always.
Yeah. Well, RC, we got exactly 90 minutes more to go. I want to say that Miss Naomi will be having her bail up this Saturday. Isaac ma. Okay. And do you bail up, you do it every Saturday, you know, and we always give Ali shout out because she fight hard, she's a struggler. You know, the people are strong supporter as well, and we ask persons to support her with her bail up.
Well deserved. Well deserved.
So RC, as we are here, we are winding down, right? We are winding down, and we're almost heading to 9 o'clock. But thanks to Emerson for the food this morning. Thanks to Morris for the camote. I would like to thank Doc for being here as well. The Doc had to leave. You know, you got your responsibilities, right?
Well, yes, you know, as a veterinarian, you know, you might have a responsibility. You know, with politics, by responsibility as a veterinarian, you know, he had one of his clients call him in an emergency, and he left to attend to that. That's his duty, you know. So
yeah,
we're grateful for his time.
Yeah, that is great.
His participation, of course. And then we go back to two things. One, nomination on Wednesday the 21st.
Wednesday the 21st.
We're inviting, the UDP is inviting everyone.
Countrywide, right?
Yeah, countrywide, the UDP will go in the afternoon. We are inviting all UDP supporters, families, friends to come out on Liberty Avenue in front of the UDP office there and join us as we accompany Philip De La Fuente and his team to the Treasury, where they will be officially nominated. And once the returning officer signs on and accepts the nomination form, they then become the official candidates of the United Democratic Party. And thereafter, the full-fledged campaign to acknowledge them officially as the candidates takes another level, another gear goes in the political system. And then that gear is to invite the people of Orange Walk to present to them and say, this is now the official UDP slate. And officially we ask you to vote UDP 7. That is what we're asking the people of Orange Walk to do, because they are the best team, they are the working team, and certainly in terms of development and job improvement and getting more jobs and things done in Orange Walk, we want to improve lives. How can we improve lives? As the manifesto, UDP manifesto, we improve lives by starting by our commitment to improve our lives by voting for the UDP 7 team. And that is how the exercise goes from the nomination day to election day. And everybody knows, Philip, we know that yesterday morning I was talking to two of the workers of the municipality there that work below, and I was talking to them, and I was honest. I said, look, man, we got your mayor and Philip running, and what you think? He said, why, we can't speak out too loud, RC, but You know, we have in our ranks people who are waiting for election day who are going to vote for Philip. They really like Philip, how he work, and Philip has talked to some of them, and the advice is that, you know, you don't quarrel with your bosses up there, because your bosses, they become, you might lose your job, you know, but workers, I will tell you this, fear not of your job, okay? You go and vote for Philip De La Fuente, and you will keep your job. Because if your boss is upstairs at that town hall know that you won't vote for Philip, they might fire you before then. So tell them what they want here. But on election day, do the right thing, like what you're telling me and telling us and the rest of the town, that you will vote for Philip. And vote for Philip and go right down the line and vote for the other 6 UDP candidates. And you'll have a UDP town council who will work with you, and together, working together with the new council, a lot of things will happen for Orange Walk. Bastante cosas van a suceder en Orange Walk, porque los trabajadores ahí que van a votar para Philip también tienen que tener cautela, porque tienen su trabajo. Y si los de arriba saben que ustedes van a votar para Philip, es posible que les puedan despedir ante la elección, pero no tengan miedo. El 7 de marzo, cuando ustedes vayan a votar para Philip De La Fuente y el equipo del UDP, ustedes van a tener su trabajo. Así no se preocupen de eso. Así les invito que vayan ahí con una mente, una decisión para mejorar nuestra comunidad y nuestro pueblo, querido pueblo de Orange Walk, y votemos para Philip De La Fuente y los UDP, el UDP team, right? You want a working team. You know, workers like people who work with them, and Philip is a working person, a working mayor, and he comes from the De La Fuente family, a hard-working family who are working together and supporting Philip. So we can see that once the people come out to vote, you know, which we're inviting everybody to come out and vote for Philip, you will have a victory. Not the UDP, not the candidates. Orange Walk, you will have the victory, because at the end of the day, Cheke, it's the work and the development that comes to the community that really shows whether you have work or not.
Yeah. For the past 12 years, RC, when you look at Belmopan, Mayor Simpson, the man never run the last time, but he set a record. Khalil run, and he win. We have the situation in Belize City. Darrell will not be running. Dion is running now. We have the situation in Corozal as well. Campos will not contest again, but we have Richard Kwan. How is it looking for these gentlemen, since those mayors have done so well, and they're moving on now, and we have Richie in Corozal, we have Dion in the city. Well, Khalil, he has served for his first term already, no? How is it looking for the UDP, since these mayors that have done so well are moving on?
Wonderful, wonderful. Chucky, it's a team. They have been working. They know the routine. They know what needs to be done. They know the needs of the people. They have the experience to do what needs to be done. So when you combine that together, you know, I want the people love you. It make it easier. It make it easier. So the UDP is going to win across this country.
Good morning, Sugar City Morning Show.
Yes, good morning.
Good.
I am in Ruben's show right now.
Yes.
I would like to. Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm the one call from last week, because 3 of the PUP candidates was in CTV 3, and the mayor who is running for PUP, I don't know what is his name. He said he wants to be mayor and commute with the people.
Just continue, Cara. Just lower the volume on your television or your radio for us, so that you can.
He can't commute with his own family. So I don't know what he is talking about. So UDP all the way.
All right. That's that Kala perception. So Richie is
thank you, Kala. Thank you very much, and spread the word. Spread the word. Okay, call your friends and so spread the word. UDP 7 down the line.
Is this
March 7th?
This person in Corozal that is running RC, he's a very known, a very liked person.
His family have been involved in the political arena ever since I could remember. His father, Richard Kwan Sr., had been there before, working with the late Israel Raleigh Alpuche, and with the entire UDP. team and the Corozal community in community work. So they have a track record of working for and with the community. In terms of Dion has been there pushing hard, negotiating. He's a businessman, knows the business movement. He's a community person. He knows the grassroots. He's been working grassroots people all his life. So it's a natural, it's a, what we would call in basketball, a transition. Everything is working, everything. Yeah. And when you talk about Khalid Belail, he's one of the most popular mayors throughout the whole country. Yeah. You know, and then you have Earl Trapp. Yeah. I mean, Earl Trapp.
San Ignacio, right?
San Ignacio, Santa Elena. He's a hard-working mayor. He not a man, he go there, he roll up his sleeves, and when you see the work on the road, you would never know he's not the mayor, you know. He's right there with his shovel and the pick and in there. And only if you know him, you go back and say, Trappy. You know, I'll be here, look up and hail you, but it's always been like that.
How about our friend Marconi and Benkevijo?
Well, Marconi, along with the Minister Erwin Contreras, have always been connected to the people, you know, and on election day, people go to vote for love. You know, right there in Benkevijo del Carmen, I think they have about 98 or 100 taxes or something like that, because they go from the border to the all over. And all of them are on the team for Marconi and them. So, I mean, when you have the communication network of the people, day-to-day people that are working there on your side, that's already a win.
Then we have Mayor Guerrero in San Pedro and Mayor Humphreys in Danriga.
Well, when you talk about Guerrero, the mayor there, you know, weekly he visits the schools, he visits the business community, he's around there, you know, he got a short pants, a hat, and a barefoot or a slippers. Every day he's up and down looking at what's not to ensure that the work gets done, and he is persistent and consistent in seeing that things get done for the Isla Bonita. And then you go to
Mayor Humphreys in Danriga.
Mayor Humphreys. Well, from day one, Mayor Humphreys, you know, when he put on a hat, you know, he going out in the sun, and you know, he do what he could, and he work and expand, and he has been a professor, a teacher. Everybody know him, everybody love him, and so he has connected so well with his colleagues and the younger generation there, with the team that he has, that Danriga is moving to higher heights.
Right.
And then you go to PG with Ashton McKenzie.
Mayor Fern has set the pace, no?
Yes, and Ashton, he's a young he's another young mayoral candidate, Ashton McKenzie, that comes with energy. I mean, when he goes house to house, he sit down, listen, communicate with the people, dialogue with the people, and where they're talking to him about something, he says, you know what? A step at a time will take you to the end of your journey. He have a nicely saying, because he's a worker every day. He said, today, we are talking about what we're going to do, but we already started, you know.
Is he
little
new?
by little.
Is he new?
You know, he's new as a mayoral candidate, and he's dynamic, and he have the young people around him and the elderly who respect him, and PG has never been as united as it is today. So Punta Gorda, that's it.
Talking about united, I want to know if my friend Eden in or out.
Eden, all of them are one family. Eden is out there campaigning house to house with them. Fern is out there. And, talk about that. You remember one, Mr. Vernon? A PUP Mr. Vernon?
Yes.
Mr. Alejandro
Vernon.
Mr. Alejandro Vernon.
He's still there?
And a former PUP marshal, and I believe candidate, is campaigning with the UDP team in Punta Gorda. He's campaigning. You know, he give you a history of what happened in the past and why he left them, and he's campaigning with the UDP and PG.
He used to be a strong warrior?
Yes, and he's still a strong warrior. You have Hansel Warrior too, who's there. The whole team is working. They're connected because they love their community.
Good morning, Sugar City Morning Show.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good
morning, sir.
No worries, sir. Philip don't win on Dragman. An impromptu poll conducted in Muffles Technical and Escuela, the Muffles Junior High.
Okay.
And they put Philip at 65% and 35%. And that really reflects the kind of people as well. Okay, so let's move forward. Let's invite everybody. Let everybody come out and vote early in the morning. So by 1 o'clock, we're done to celebrate.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a UDP town hall in Orange Walk.
All right, thank you very much, sir.
Okay, take care.
I see the scholar say something very important. Let's come out early and vote. How important is it for people to come out
Well,
early
you know,
and vote?
people, it's election day. People have their work, they're working, and people have their things, chores to do. So we invite them to come and exercise your right early, get it done early, so you can vote and go back and listen to the results. People like to listen to what happened locally, like in Orange Walk, what happened in the other districts. So it is important that we encourage people to vote early, so that your vote could be recorded early, so you have an opportunity to see and show Orange Walk, for example, that you love Orange Walk and you will be early there to defend and work for Orange Walk. It is important for us to exercise our constitutional right, our civil right, and our right to express and be participating in democracy. You know, it's very important, very, very important. And of course, as we move into development in Orange Walk, people want to see much more development. People say, let me look at the candidates. Let me see at the work. Who can work better? I mean, Philip, even when in a town council in the work, he's working. He's a working man. Most of the time you see in a truck, you see in a boots, you know, and his sleeves roll up. He's a working man. And Orange Walk, to get the work done, you need a working man, and Philip is that man.
Good morning, Sugar City Morning Show. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
RC, we're almost out of time. What message you have for the persons that, I think you mentioned that most of the Catholics, when it comes to the Ash Wednesday and so, para los católicos que mañana es Ash Wednesday?
Well, not only for Catholics. Not only for Catholics. I think that one, we must believe in God. We must trust in God. For even if as we go through the elections, you know, we have to pray for one another. Election is a democratic process where we express our feelings and sentiments and love for our community. We may agree to disagree and disagree to agree, but at the end of the day, when we walk through this highway of development, the road for the future, what Lent reminds us is that we must make sacrifices. And there's a time that we need to sacrifice for the future of our children and our grandchildren and the future generations. And as we look at Ash Wednesday, they say from dust thou art, to dust thou returneth. Not because somebody is blue, green, or red, we're different. That's just an expression. But I think we have a more humanly commitment to one another to live as a family in Orange Walk and to go and vote. But the sacrifice we make, like I said, is for the future. Let us be respectful of one another. Let us keep focused on that journey at the end of the day. And as a community, let us go and vote as it was intended to be. Your opinion, my opinion. At the end of the day, the sacrifice that was made at the cross was for all of us. That's Lent. Lent leads us to the time when Jesus was crucified, shed his blood for all of us as Christians. So in this election, although as a UDP we tend to say, well, vote for Philip, the working man, and the UDP 7. I also reach out to my brothers and sisters in Orange Walk, not only the Catholics, but all Christians, that as we prepare in the month of love to go into March 7th, that we do it respectfully, that we do it for the love of our community, and especially for the love of each other, you know. And that is what we need to do. And I really believe that in this election, I want to ask for blessings for everybody. We have to be truthful to ourselves, who we are as Christians. And when I express my opinion of choosing to vote for the UDP 7 because I believe they're the working team, that is my opinion. Yeah. And I respect your opinion. But at the end of the day, let us go forth remembering that we walk the same streets, our kids go to the same schools, our family shop at the same stores, and that let us show our love for Orange Walk and let the Spirit of the good Lord be our guide. You know, let that be our guide. Let Lent be the time for us to unite as a people, to unite as a nation, pray for our leaders, pray for our people. And at the end of the day, whatever decision is made, we must respect it because the results will be there and we move forward as a people.
Yeah, RC1, tomorrow is Valentine's Day. I know you always keep your tradition. What's happening at Sugar City Radio tomorrow?
Well, you know, not only Sugar City, we grew up with this love for Orange Walk, you know, and we got Willie raffles and everything, and play Willie Valentine music, you know, and one of the favorite songs that is always played, you know, Roses Are Red, and
Roses.
You know, and then we play our good songs for people, and then you open the lines for people to call in and greet their loved ones and so on, and I think that is part of our nature. And that is what we're having. You know, we're going to having love songs. And you can call at the radio station 302-0472. I will take this plug, no?
Yes, all right.
You can take your one too.
Yes, man. Yeah. We are just having a little calling as well. People call, and you know, we had it like 2 weeks ago. If you call in the radio station, just the appreciation that you listen to the radio, and you just write down the name, and that's all you giveaways on Valentine's Day. RC1, but earlier this morning, before we leave, we mentioned that Thursday will be in the inauguration of the San Luis School.
Yes,
you know, after lunch at 2 o'clock, basta presente that's the school right there, RC, que estamos viendo ahí.
Oh, yes, man, that's a beautiful school. That's infrastructure development.
Va a ser el jueves.
And that is a project there by the Honorable Gaspar Vega. You know, I mean, that is what we call improving lives. You know, I mean, San Luis is a humble village and a small community, but you know, they have a right to education, they have a right to improvement, and Honorable Gaspar Vega, again, you know, fighting for his people, along with the central government, gets these type of achievements here. So we have to give our due respect to Honorable Gaspar Vega and the UDP government for taking care of our children, the Ministry of Education,
right?
You know, the Honorable Patrick Farber and such. So, and it's a beautiful sight. The kids here, look how much space they have, and that's the kind of development we want to continue and pray for our district of Orange Walk. As a people, things can happen.
Así que queremos invitar a la gente de San Luis.
Toda la gente de San Luis y todos los vecinos también, San José, San Pablo, San Román, you know, Trial Farm, toda la comunidad, Douglas, Nuevo San Juan.
Va a ser el jueves.
El jueves a las 2 de la tarde, según entendemos, la inauguración formal en la BD de San Luis a las 2 de la tarde, así que todos están cordialmente invitados. I understand el honorable Erwin Contreras estará allá también.
Y el honorable Gaspar Vega va a estar presente.
Precisamente, bueno, como representante. Así es.
LRC, it's time for us to go this morning.
It's been a pleasure, Chucky, and to all our TV viewers and radio listeners, have a wonderful day and a great day, and be blessed.
And we hope that the ducks stay dry today and not wet.
Okay.
You know? So I'd like to wish everyone the best today. My name is Robert Checky Usher. I'd like to thank the technician on duty there at Sugar City Radio, at the East Radio as well, and also at Universal Radio. We'd like to thank Morris and Raheem for having us every day up on Facebook, on YouTube. You name it, nobody got to honor. See,
man. Young people, great minds.
That's right. All the cable operators over the country, thank you guys so much. You know, I drink my coffee, one more for the morning, but I have to make sure I got the Dano milk. So I drink it up with the Dano milk. Folks, we invite you to be back with us tomorrow. The show repeats tonight at 9 o'clock on this same television station. It's all day on YouTube. Just go to YouTube and find Sugar City Morning Show, and we are there. So I'd like to thank everyone once again. My name is Robert Checky Usher.
And this is RC1.
Tomorrow, we meet again. Thank you.
If God so wills.
Sugar City Morning Show.